Hello to all my steam-powered robo friends in the Wild West. Apparently, we're doing a Grenadin list. This hand also sucks, so we're going to redraw that, and I'm going to explain a little bit more of this deck list. You can look at the deck list down below, as always, and check out the deck tech there as well. But the idea is Stonescar Grenadin, but with some updates from the new Flame of Xulta set, mostly in the site Profane Nexus and in Worthy Cause, which are both really awesome in this list. I've been really enjoying them. I'm testing it out a lot today, so we're going to be doing a little bit of like some practice ranked mode and seeing what we can do. Oh, nice. Start out with Profane Nexus. So we're going to go Grenadin Drone, and then Assembly Line, and hopefully right after that, Nexus it up. I'm a little bit scared that they have flyers, because that can kill our Profane Nexus before we get it off the ground. But I might be able to just Profane Nexus and Soul's Ring, not Soul's Ring, what is it? Soul's Fury it away anyways. So that's a thing. Yeah, we're just gonna swing. And we can just play Assembly Line. I'm really hoping that we draw a power card here. It'd be dicey if we don't. I'm not super worried about a board wipe though when they're in actual Sky Crag. Yeah, that's kind of obnoxious. I can Madness this or something. I mean, I feel like the right answer is to Profane Nexus and then use Devour, and we can just chump block some other things. We can use Soul's Fury afterwards. I could Soul's Fury down the Oni Dragonsmith now, so they have less likelihood to play like Eclipse Dragon next turn. I'm just worried that then I don't get any gas out of this, which scares me, because I do need to draw some cards here. They're not going to have enough to twist this. It seems so obvious that they'll have Eclipse Dragon and be able to haste it through. So I'm just going to go with that. And it's 6 to twist that, and we just gotta hope that they don't have some, like, mortar or char or something weird like that to try and get rid of it. I'm gonna leave back 1, and I'm actually gonna attack the rest, because we don't really care if we lose a couple of Grenadin here and there. You're gonna hear a lot of clanking, by the way. But yeah, we don't really mind about losing a little bit of that.
Okay. Embrace the nightmare.
Kozin Darkheart is fine. Yeah, that's dashing. Gearcruncher. Now we Devour. And get some value out of this, I hope. Not bad. I really need to find a sacrifice engine. We found all of our Grenadin drones, which is kind of nice, but we do need that actual sacrifice engine, like I said. And this little Spark Catcher, drone. I'm not going to attack now, though, because we don't want to really give this mastery. Kozin Darkheart is annoying. Potion. Sure. Change our Spark Catcher. Scraptank. Well, I said that I wasn't going to throw units away into Kozin. But maybe I do. If they don't have removal for Scraptank, it's pretty good. And they're also at 15 already. We're at 29 health. We've got a Madness. Like, a thing to remember is that we can deal them an extra 4 damage or 5 damage out of nowhere. We already put them down to 10. Yeah, Crimson Firemaw. Please slam. Slam with the flyers. Like, if they attack with the 2 flyers, then we just have them dead. Yeah, they're smart enough not to do that. Darn. We can go Extend Merchant for a Combust here if we want. We've got Madness, and we can just attack with the 5/4. And our opponent scoops. Fair enough. I mean, I was gonna attack with pretty much everything I think eventually. It's just I had to do the math there real fast, and apparently my opponent didn't care to do it themselves, or had already done it faster than I had. I was just kind of considering what I had in the market. In any case, good first game. We turned that one around real fast. I'm glad that we used the Fury on the Oni Dragonsmith, because it looked like they got stuck a little bit on power. We might have had a lot of trouble otherwise. Profane Nexus gave us so much gas, though. We'd have been in a lot of trouble if we didn't have it.
I'll end you myself.
Please don't. Alright. We have Drone, Worthy Cause, Quarry. This seems great. We've got the Stonescar Snapper. I keep saying Snapper. Scrapper. Maybe he's a Snappy Dresser. This looks like a great start, though. We get turn 2 Quarry here. Even Praxis, maybe? If they're playing Seek Answers, that would be my guess. I need another power card so we can get these online. Right now we have 4. Worthy Cause is hard to throw away, but I think we need to do it here. Worthy Cause has been a real standout card. I'm glad that we decided to add that in.
Ah, a customer.
Yep. So it's not going to be even Praxis. Interested as to why they're running Seek Answers that instead of just Seek Power. Huh. I mean, Seek Answers does have the other side of it. It's not the worst thing. I'm just kind of... I'd be interested to know what their logic was behind it. It's not a bad card by any means. Quarry. Yeah... We'll check that out. So they really want this to live. Does that mean I want to kill it? Well, I mean, not kill it, but at least silence it? That's a good question. Because they didn't even block a 1/1. I'm not going to get that greedy. I think I'm going to wait. We don't actually have a lot of removal in this deck. A lot of how we get by is just by outvaluing people. And we're not doing that if we're just using that as a silence.
Discovery for the
I
ages.
see. I'm going to let that hit us and not use this yet, because we're going to quarry this turn and have the ability to block and do it. Or, even better, we can Madness and Worthy Cause later. A little bit rough that we can't do it this turn, because it means that next turn we're missing out on Scraptank or Scrapper, but that's okay. Might have wanted to hold back and jump, but I think we're okay doing this. I almost just don't want to be tempted into using the Worthy Cause. He's gonna attack with 1. Yeah, like I feel like they have something here. Okay. Fair enough. This is another thing to go to the Worthy Cause bin. I could have played the Scraptank first, which would have ended up being better. This is fine, though. Purify. Honestly, not the worst. And I'm not super afraid of 3/5s. Wow. Despite the pressure that we're under here, I'm actually going to... Do I want to attack? Is it possible that they would kill one of them? Yeah, the damage isn't worth it. I want to start drawing some cards, though. And this... If they don't... What? If they don't actually have something else here, they can't get past this 4/6. So I feel like that's a reasonable thing to do. Almost a Gearcruncher. I will indeed block. kind of have to. Nice. That's very good news for us. So now we get to Madness Diogo. Attack with Diogo. And then Grenadin drone. Sacrifice those two. We still get to hold up Worthy Cause. I don't think I put in Combustion Cell. Oh, even better. I get another drone down. Definitely don't play the cell now. And I do not need any more power. And look at that. We're stable and doing great.
It's written right here.
It's that easy. I've been waiting for a bigger unit than just Diogo, but I'm happy with how this worked out. I'm gonna guess that we hit a power card here and not play the Grenadin yet. Sure. We'll just Scraptank then. And if they do something like go for just a torch on that, then I can just Worthy Cause. As you can see, Worthy Cause is -10. It kills basically everything. Is real good. And we will continue to power all this up. Look at the insane value we're getting at this point. So, Combustion Cell, we've got the Madness. We have a million things to do. Oh yeah, I want Profane Nexus. Heck yes. So, I want to go Ixten Merchant, and I think that I want to try and go for Kaleb. So let's go Ixten Merchant.
It'll get the job done, guaranteed.
I don't think I need Quarry. We have enough gas at this point. Go for Kaleb. I still want to hold on to Combustion Cell. Combustion Cell can be surprisingly awesome in a lot of void positions. And then, like that, I'm going to attack the 7. Yeah, they're going to throw down some blocks, and they're going to feel real sad. So, we get to Decimate here as well. Sacrifice that. I'm gonna kill this. Just keep them off of power. I don't really care about killing all the Saber-Tooths. An honorable fight! You bet. We have blown them away. We were low at one point, remember? We're at 26 life again. Oh, please let... No! I'm like... Give me a chance. I want to get the Kaleb down in a minute. I had such wonders to show you, still opponent. So we don't have any time. Can't play Sparkcatcher except slow. We do get to scout, and we are on the draw. I still don't love it. I'm going to redraw this. It's not the worst hand. Ooh, this might be. That's a snap redraw. Yeah, this is a real medium start. It happens sometimes. We can definitely get out of it. Madness is interesting if we can find a sacrifice engine. And we actually have... I guess we do have one, it's just slow. Because we can Ixten Merchant to go ahead and find Combustion Cell. So that lets us get rid of something and also power up our deck. Ooh. No way! Are we actually mirror matching? I mean, it's not the most original idea, I've got to give you it. Like, if you were a fan of Grenadin in the past, like I've been, then you probably have clued in like, Profane Nexus seems kinda hot. But this is interesting. This is very spicy. Très spicy. So, Quarry. I think we need to have assembly line. We need to get as many Grenadin online as possible. I'd like to get more power cards, but this makes more sense. Alright. Good news, no Profane Nexus right away. Could have been an issue. Little assembly line and Stonescar banner. I can't believe that we've mirror matched. I haven't seen anybody play in this yet. Oh, we definitely have not mirror matched. What is this spice? Can't sacrifice it, so it just makes sense to Profane Nexus and blow it away. Prefer not to deal with it.
Now it's my turn.
That's more than acceptable. We've got the madness for that. We can do something about it. And I only have to block the 2-1 to let it survive. I need to keep one of these around so we can still sacrifice. Yeah, we can either madness this later or like just chump block it for a really long time. We've got some time. It's a lot of Grenadin. I'm just gonna do that for now. Scraptank. Okay, so they are kind of like our deck. Huh. I'm surprised they're not attacking the whole team. Because they just power up Spark. They power up the Scraptank by doing that. Oh, jump block. Almost a Gearcruncher. We are at our own Scraptank. And I'm just gonna Scrappy here. I'm really surprised they didn't just throw in at the Profane Nexus. Ah, that might have been why. Clock of Stolen Hours. This is interesting. I might have wanted to try and Madness earlier. Okay. Kill that. If we chump everything else. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can chump everything. I don't want to do that. It grows their Scraptank very large. But it also grows ours very large, and we get no Obrak. And we still have the madness to get rid of it, which is a real problem. I really need to grab Combustion Cell or Combust. But I keep finding gas. That's the problem. I don't want to get rid of Gearcruncher. Do I just want to get rid of Grenadin Drone? Or maybe the Hatcher? I feel like Hatcher is probably the better card to get rid of.
It'll get the job done, guaranteed.
I could just go for the Combust, too. And then we can do the Madness Combust combo, which seems like not a terrible plan right now. Maybe even better than Combustion Cell. Combustion Cell lets us get Gearcruncher as wise. I think I'll go for the Combust, though. Do we hit them for 15? Yeah. Seems like a decent plan. They don't have amazing attacks back here. They're running Siphon Vitality? What? That's pretty wild. Interesting. Now the question is, did they come at us? Another question is, are they just dead? Because it looks like they might just be dead. So that's 16, 19 damage. They gain 7, so they go to 25, and we deal 20 madness. One of the madness this, combust the other. So we deal 3, 20. Yeah, definitely. Alright, we win. Ah, madness combust. How much fun you are. This is goofy. God, it's so much damage. Take 30. GG. Interesting. They went a very different route than I imagined. Looked cool, though. This hand ain't so hot. Nope. Let's throw that away. Ugh. On the draw, I get a scout. Any power, and we've got assembly line into Devour. I think I have to keep this. We won our last mulligan to 6, but I don't want to have to. Oh. Well.
Die with honor.
But they're aggressive. That's a problem. If we can just draw like a Grenadin drone, that'd be amazing. Or a power card. Drone might almost be better right now because it stops a lot of early aggression here. And we'll get value off the Devour. Or we can bottom a Devour and draw the Devour. Cool. Alright. At least we have that combustion cell, so we can do something in the meantime. And our opponent's not giving us that much of a problem yet.
That's cute.
I say as they slam a very large countess. Ouch. Ow.
Draw, mister!
We can still get out of this, actually. I need that because we're going to need to play Scraptank. I wonder if I want to sacrifice one and then hold up Devour. I think I do. We know they don't have a torch or like a char. They did not stall in on one, so that's good. Okay. Block. Devour. No pressure on this turn helps us out so much.
Die with honor.
Yeah, and now Scraptank comes down. We get to hold up Devour again. And it leaves them in a tough spot. They could use the ultimate on Cabal Countess to make it a 6-1. But I actually have an answer for that, because I can Devour one of these at fast speed, and then just still block it with this.
End of the road,
That's
friend.
a good one. So block there, and then chump. Chump? Taking 7 down to 10, gain 2 back. Seems fine. I should have... Why didn't I block there, though? That was actually really stupid. I made a mistake. Forgetting that I have the fast speed sacrifice there again. Even after I just talked about it.
These parts could be worth something.
Instead we get Scrapper, and then next turn we do have Gearcruncher. So we just need to survive. Well then. What do you have? Rapid shot one of them. I mean, that's a little obnoxious, but I should be okay. Big question here is, do I attack for the 11? I think that the answer has to be yes. We've got to try and put them off of answers here as fast as possible.
Embrace the shadow.
That's not actually an issue, funny enough, because 7 damage. Kill that. This is 13. They have to block it. We get some life back. Everything's going real peachy. I think that our board versus a single Oni Ronin is pretty solid. Baby! I'm loving this deck. We had a lucky draw there, though, because our start wasn't great, and then we drew out of it really well, and our opponent mulliganed to 6. They did not have an explosive draw. If they did, we would have been in a lot more trouble. But it gave us a little bit of time to recover, and that's all we needed. Fighting off the Keebler Elf here, huh? I'm okay with this. Quarry is likely to draw us gas, and we have the merchant to go ahead and grab, like, at worst case scenario, if things are really dire and we just desperately need something to do, we can scrap heap and start using the pay 5 to get a 1/1. Not what we'd like to do, but that can be enough to, like, chump block for a few turns and give you time to draw your actual gas and start going. And as we've noticed, once this deck starts going, it's hard to stop. Yeah, Scraptank is a card that I'd like to keep. And I need some early game too, but it's nice to know that we've got some value here. Another Merchant or a Madness. They look like they might be unitless. Can't reasonably take Profane Nexus yet. This is a tough one. I think it's going to be Merchant. Recurring Nightmare. Hello. Good thing we have Worthy Cause, because that actually gives us a fast speed answer to that, although I'm not super excited about fighting against that for now.
It'll get the job done, guaranteed.
Play the more expensive one. I'm going to get rid of Gearcruncher because we're not going to be able to do anything about it right away. And in the meantime, I need to find an answer to that Recurring Nightmare. That thing can actually just ruin us. Funny, not a card that you see very often, but something that's really good against this deck. Because we don't have a lot of fast ways to get rid of things, like Soul's Fury and Madness and stuff like that just don't do it. Worthy Cause is really the way to go. Combustion Cell. Problem is if I grab Combustion Cell, then I kind of want to keep the Grenadin. So maybe that's the plan? Maybe I should just grab Combustion Cell and keep Gearcruncher? No, I have the other one. I'll wait until we see more information. Oh man, I don't know that I have a good answer to that. It's kind of hilarious. I love it. I like love and I hate it. What a way to lose. I don't know that I can answer this one card. I'm gonna start drawing things now, see if we can't find, like, a Crest. Sure. Like, I was hoping to find time. Time and a Worthy Cause. We can extend Merchant. If we do that, then we can trade, I guess, Crest away. I can grab Profane Nexus. If we draw time, then it's something we can do at least.
It'll get the job done, guaranteed.
Because I have the Gearcruncher again, so I don't really need to worry about that with the Combustion Cell. And we don't actually have any Grenadin in our board. We had a weird start here. Yup. That's starting to really hurt. So we have a different plan here. We're not going to Scraptank. We're going to Assembly Line and Combustion Cell. And the reason why we're going to do that is that it allows us to have next turn, worst case scenario, we can Stonescar Scrapper and sacrifice 2 of them. And that'll let us dig a little bit deeper, right? So we can, like, sacrifice 2 Combustion Cell to play Stonescar Scrapper and sacrifice another. That is so much damage. It's 16 next turn. Like, we need to find an answer now. Right now. Alright.
These parts could be worth something.
Please, worthy cause. And a Crest. So close. We're 1 short. We actually lose to that. That's an amazing way for us to go down in the final game. What a great game. 1 single card. 1 weird tip that Grenadin players don't want you to know about. Man, that sucks. I wish that I had the bwahahaha emote so I could give it to them for that. That's really sweet. It was fun though. That was really good. I'm not at all upset. That's just kind of hilarious. And it's what happens. Like, I talk about it a little bit in the deck tech. Grenadin has always been historically pretty weak to flyers. I think that it helps out a bit that you have things like Worthy Cause. It's funny because Recurring Nightmare used to actually kind of be a thing a little bit more than it is now. Like, before Markets, when this deck was around quite a bit. And you could actually sometimes see a little bit of the tech of, like, a Recurring Nightmare against you, because the deck didn't really run away to get rid of it. It all had slow ways. It had Combusts instead of Worthy Causes. And now it has Worthy Cause, but I still couldn't answer it. It's great. Oh, man. And you don't see it as often. So I'm glad that we actually got to see it, because it does poke a hole in where this deck does have some problems. Because we were just walking over everybody else. It might be pretty well positioned right now, because you're going to be seeing a lot of big Praxis. And doing Madness against, like, Sandstorm Titans or Heart of the Vault, stuff like that, is real nice. And you can just chump block those kinds of things forever, too, right? If they're playing Heart of the Vault against you, you just have a Grenadin drone. And, okay, just block in front of it and keep slowing the game down over and over and over until you can get your Gearcruncher and then start drawing extra cards. So there's some cool things that you can do there. In any case, I hope you enjoyed the video. It was a lot of fun to shoot this one. I hope that you enjoyed it anywhere near as much as I did. It was an absolute blast. Something that I realize now, and I don't know why I didn't catch it, but I should have, maybe instead of some of these Fire Sigils, we should be looking at running some number of the Granite Waystones so that you get some extra Grenadins out of it. It's not a big thing, and it doesn't come up a whole lot, but there's no real reason for me to be running Sigils here, right? Like, I should just be running 4 because we have the banners. So before anybody starts yelling at me about that, we can put those in. That's something that we definitely should have, and it's a thing that I missed. I think that that's about the only thing that I did miss out of this. I'm surprised that I did see that. But in any case, I hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll be back next week with more Eternal Deck Techs. Check me out on Twitch, Patreon, all that stuff. If you like the channel, it would certainly help to subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I'll see you next week.